Hey there, good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the midweek workshop. Good morning, Fayaz. How you doing, Biff? Hope you're doing well. We'll give it a minute or two just to let a few people roll in, and then we'll move on over to looking at the calendar and the charts. Good morning, a minute, Mint, if that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, mate. Yeah, we're all good from the storm now. Thank you, Myth. Appreciate that. Still a fair bit of cleanup going on around the place, but our property is all good. All right, let's check out the calendar. So it is CPI today at 8:30. Thanks, buddy. So 8:30 news, high impact, CPI, definitely a market mover, that one. And a great opportunity to one shot, one kill your evals if you're keen on passing your evals in a matter of seconds. No guarantee, obviously, but it is a great way to do it. I've done it myself, and I will be attempting to pass an eval today. I'll be heading over to Day Trading Realtors stream. I'm going to post the link to that stream in the chat. So you guys can head over there as well. All right, let's move over to the charts. We'll be starting over on NQ. And of course, you can still grab your Traderfy or Apex evals. There's still time. Apex still with 80% off and discounted funded fees at the moment. I do like the Traderfy growth account, and that's what I'll be trying to pass today. Once you pass, there's no fee to move to funded, and you can get 30% off right now off the growth account as well. So it's over on NQ, this is a trade that I was looking to get into a position on during London. Unfortunately, I never got a fill. ES actually did come back to the breaker. There is no FVG aligned here, but what I was looking for was a close over this change in the state of delivery here. We were coming out of a high time frame point of interest, and we had an SMT. So if we have a look at ES, we see the SMT here, the low. That's what I was looking for. Good morning, Mohammed. Hope you're doing well. So the position ran away. You can see here on ES though, if you did take an entry, there is a volume imbalance here that you could have looked at as displacement, and you would have possibly got a fill there. It would have been tight, but would have got into a trade on ES. Let's move out to the daily. We've had a fair correction here in price as we move lower. I've been reading a little bit today, and a lot of reporting suggests that this was an overcorrection in the market. So we may see price start to move higher today. We did just respect this daily FVG. And we did close back inside the range. Now we've had that happen here a couple of times over the last week, closing back inside the range, which usually gives us some insight to order flow. Using that idea, and what I do like is that we've got a small wick to the downside on today's daily candle here, which suggests or can show a potential expansion day. So with this bearish FEG here, that's where I'll be looking for price to reach for today. So I am going to look for price to be bullish. Deshaun, good morning. Let's drop to the hourly. Now the hourly is not very clean. I'm going to bring up ES as well. Just looking to see if there was possibly a SMT here at the lows, but there isn't. Of course, any analysis we're doing can be easily destroyed by CPI, but the purpose of doing this is to obviously continue to train our eyes and see how accurate we can be with our daily bias, with our order flow, and our projections. We've got a close above this down close candle here. We did sweep some lows. We did tap back into this bullish FEG here. But we did. And we've displaced through this opposing candle. So we've got a change in the state of delivery here. And if we run our projections off of here, we'll see our projections align with the daily bearish FEG. So I'll be definitely looking to see price want to draw up to this level here. We also have a bearish FEG aligned with this on the hourly too. So we've got some overlapping PD arrays here. And this high also stands out. So that's NQ. Be sure to drop a comment, guys, if there's something you want me to have a look at. Tashan says EU. What do you want to look at on EU, buddy? ES will be, much the same as NQ, although we've swept this low out. And that's also into a bullish FVG, which is still partially open. Okay, hasn't been completely closed through. So we'll show respect to that level again. And like NQ, targeting this daily bearish FVG, looking for price to run higher. Let's drop down to the hourly. And it's the same deal. Got to close above. With displacement, so we've got a bullish FVG here. We've tapped back into that. And if we run our projections off that little manipulation leg there, we can see that our target region is aligned with this high. And if we get a close above that, we can anticipate price moving to the -4 standard deviation. And that will get us into that daily bearish FVG. After we've had this large expansion, we can anticipate consolidation or retracement. I do feel we'll get some retracement today. And we'll see how that plays out. Over on CL, price continues to move lower. We've moved into a period of consolidation here. I've got these relative equal lows, which I've sort of been anticipating price to reach for. We don't really have a point of interest until we're up here. We do have this swing high. So let's drop down to the hourly. Might give us a bit of a better idea of where we might be heading. But this marked already, changing the state of delivery. Quite a decisive move through that level. We can see how prices continue to respect that level also. Prices attempted now multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times so far to try and break through that level, and it's been unable to do so. We've also put in low resistance liquidity, and we have those relative equal lows for a draw. While price continues to respect this level, I'm not going to say I'll be bearish, but I'm going to stay neutral until we start to get a decisive move here, because you can see this range that we're in. We really want to be trading from the extremes of the range. And right now we're in the midpoint of that range. So oil, not really that interested at the moment for me, till we start seeing something decisive move out of this consolidation. All right, let's have a look at Euro futures. So we've had this marked out for a little while now. And this idea has been playing out perfectly. And while Dixie continues to move lower, we can anticipate Euro to move higher because they're inversely correlated. We've now moved into the -2 to 2.5, which was our target region. We haven't managed to get a close above this bearish FNG just yet. We did have a decisive move yesterday, though. And price is currently respecting 50% of the previous day's range. So I'll be looking for price to continue to move higher here. Starting to roll over slightly. This would be the level I'd want to see close through, though. Looking at this run here as a single leg. High, low, higher, high. And then moving through that level. That would confirm a change in the state of delivery. At the moment, we're still respecting bullish order flow coming up out of this bullish FEG. Now I'd like to see this FEG here hold and this opposing candle support price higher. Nick, good morning. How are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I just realized when I went to start the stream this morning, it's actually been exactly a month since I did my last live. I guess life gets in the way, sometimes. And I think my computer was giving me grief too. MCR Trader, how you doing? So yeah, I want to see if this level here can support price higher. And then if we get a close through that -2.5, that projection up here, we can then anticipate price to continue up to the -4. Thanks for joining, MCR. Appreciate it, man. Rafi, good morning. Hello, Jimmy. What do you think about EU buy? So we're looking at EU right now, pal. So EU, while we respect the 50% level of the previous day, I'd still anticipate price to move higher. What we'll also look at, we'll have a look at Dixie, because Dixie and EU are inversely correlated. So if we look at Dixie and Dixie's telling us it might continue to move lower, then certainly you can anticipate 6E to continue. And these equal highs stand out for me. So it gives us a nice draw up to that level. It certainly does, Nick. It certainly does. I'm glad everything's good for you, pal. Yep, call CPI in a couple of hours. There is a link pinned to the comments, guys, for Adam's stream that he'll be running for One Shot One Kill if you want to take advantage of trying to pass your evals quickly. That is certainly one way that works. I've done it myself multiple times. Having a look at YM. Still finding support in this bullish FEG. It hasn't had a close through, therefore it's still valid. Yeah, we'll have a look at GU in a moment, Rafi, for sure. Have a look at YM, then we might check out gold, then Dixie. So similar idea here, obviously, with NQ and ES as well. We've got a nice small wick to the downside. It could indicate a nice expansion day for YM here as well. And we have this bearish FEG up here to reach for. Have a look at the hourly. These candles here, they sort of manipulate price a little bit. Bit hard to gauge a change in the state of delivery, or it's not clean really. Ideally, I'd want to see it price close through here. That would be very encouraging. We do have a close through supposing candle, much like NQ and ES, with displacement beyond or through that level. We could target the high with our target region being that -2 to 2.5. Let's have a look at gold. Let's jump out to the daily. As gold was in a little bit of consolidation here and then swept out these few lows. Started to make a move back higher here. Currently respecting the top quarter of the previous day's candle, which I do like to see. We have swept out previous day high, but it was low hanging fruit, obviously. There's still room to move equal highs up here. As long as we continue to respect this level, then we can look to see expansion higher. Let's see what the hourly can show us. There's a nice clean change in the state of delivery here, right through this level. We have moved into this consolidation. Which I guess we can anticipate with, large or high impact news event today. But we are respecting bullish order flow. Continue to do so on this move higher. And there's no bearish change in the state of delivery just yet. So it'd be good to see even a sweep out, potentially back into this bullish FEG, and then look to move higher. And then we have these relative equal highs to hunt for. Hey, Jerome. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm trying to get everything back to some sort of normality and get back to my regular streaming and whatnot. So here we are. So bullish for gold. Let's move over to Dixie. So here we had Dixie. If you've been watching my daily videos, I've been targeting price to move lower for Dixie, and we have certainly done that. And we swept out this low here. We moved into the -2 to 2.5 region, and we've had a small reaction there. Of course, CPI will show its hand. So again, anything we look at here could be completely wrong, completely turned on its head today. Price is respecting the 50% level of the previous day candle, and I have this level here marked out because, again, like this candle, there is no wick to the downside. Therefore, looking at that as a strong draw on liquidity. And then, of course, if we get a close through this -2.5, we can target the -4, and realistically, probably this low down here. Let's have a look at GU. So here's our target region. We had a nice little retracement here. This bit of consolidation, but we retraced back into this internal liquidity. And we're having a nice reaction to that. So we've internal to external, but then we closed above previous day high. Again, today is currently respecting yesterday's 50% level of the range. So that's from high to low, including the wicks. This looks good to me for continued move higher. And this being our draw, so relative equal highs through here, straight into the -2 to 2.5. I don't actually trade GU, Rafi. I do trade 6E sometimes. And as long as the rules are met, or my rules are met for a position, then yeah, I would certainly look to take a position. Today, it wouldn't be till after CPI. There's just no point in putting any of your accounts at risk prior to CPI. So, trading London is all right. I still find that trading London before these high impact news events can still offer up, opportunities. Like today, there was some good movement on NQ, for example. But yeah, certainly after news drops, as long as the conditions are met for my entry function, then yeah, sure, I would be happy enough to take a position on GU or EU. Let's dare look at crypto. I do like leaving my markups on the charts because it's good to see if your ideas are playing out. This is just, it's like confirmation, or, if it doesn't play out, then you can go, okay, well, what did I look at yesterday and why? And what did I miss? Did I miss something? I mean, quite often, you'll miss a candle closure. Why I've been bearish through this move was because of this candle closure here. But I've also missed these before where we close back inside the range. So it's a great way to keep your markups on the drawing and come back the next day and basically see how you went. That may work a little bit more favorably for me because I guess I'm sleeping through the PM session. It's not till the next day forms really, or starts to form or open, that I get back to the charts. Jerome is patiently waiting for CPI, then we'll begin to hunt. Yes, I'm with you, buddy. Although I will be trying to pass an eval on CPI, so we'll see how we go with that. I think EU is stronger at the moment. You can see that in the strength of the previous day candle. So Bitcoin targeting this bearish FEG after sweeping out the low here. This is still target region. If price is going to continue to move lower, then I think this is the area we'll get into. The daily bullish FEG. So I'm still looking for that move up into this level here. And we can apply the same principles, exactly the same principles that we use for futures or Forex, straight to crypto as well. Respecting the 25 or the top quarter of the previous day's range, we can anticipate price to move higher off of that. I'd love to see it close through this level. Then our next target is up here. And hopefully we can see some high prices for Bitcoin, or at least alts. Feel free to drop your questions in, guys. That's about me done for my analysis for today. So if you've got anything you want me to quickly look at before we start wrapping up the stream, let's have it now. Yeah, so Rafi, that's what's going to happen with different brokerage. See, so I really only chart the futures for euro, just to remain consistent, I guess, in that respect. So, okay, if you're looking at the Forex chart here, same thing applies. We've had a strong close here, above this high. Yes, we are at a, what's traditionally a bearish point of interest, a swing high. But I'm not instantly going to look to be bearish. We can see price is still respecting the 50% level of the previous day's range. Plus, we had this clear and decisive close above. For me, that shows that we want to see price move higher. Where would our draw be? Previous day high is the low hanging fruit straight away. That's where I'll be looking first and foremost. Previous day high. Then we have all this low resistance liquidity right through here. I think there's still opportunity for price to move higher. I hope that helps, Rafi. You're welcome. Welcome. Any last questions, guys? Anything you want to throw in the chat? Quite a nice expansion through London. Asia didn't do a lot today. I imagine price will just consolidate a little bit here now as we get closer to CPI, which is, what are we, 50 minutes away now, just under. All right, guys, if there's no more questions, we'll wrap it up today. Thank you for joining us today, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Remember to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And again, there's still opportunity to grab those evals before one shot, one kill if you're keen to do so. All right, guys, thank you. And we will see you a bit later on in Trade Foundry. We'll be streaming New York Open. So we'll see you over there. Bye for now.